What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Azkhalon, and welcome back to another College Football 26 video. So EA dropped the official reveal trailer for College Football 26 yesterday, and I personally thought it looked great. I saw new team intro presentations, new gameplay animations, and I love how EA has really focused on all of the pageantry and traditions of college football programs. Of course, some fans expected more from the trailer, but it was just a teaser of what's to come. There will be some deep dive trailers coming soon, definitely, and I feel like those should please a lot more people when they see more aspects of gameplay, the game modes, and various things like that. EA also published a new Campus Huddle article on their website yesterday as well. The article offers a brief overview of the coming game modes, presentation features, gameplay updates, and more. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the highlights from the article that stood out the most to me, so let's get into the video. Let's go. First and foremost, the article was broken up into 3 sections covering topics like gameplay, presentation, and game modes. Everything under the gameplay heading stood out to me. The first is that the game is boasting over 300 real-world coaches. How is that possible? There are only 134 FBS teams, with 2 new teams, Delaware and Missouri State, joining Conference USA this upcoming season. So my question is, how in the world are there going to be over 300 real coaches in the game? That can mean 2 things. I'm thinking there are going to be real offensive and defensive coordinators in the game in addition to head coaches. Or could it mean that we might see some FCS schools in College Football 26? Meaning that some of those 300 coaches are FCS coaches? I think unfortunately it will be the former, but I know that some people are holding out hope that at least a few FCS schools might be included in the game. Fingers crossed. I wasn't a fan of this in College Football 25, but the wear and tear system is returning for College Football 26. The official article says that the advanced wear and tear system delivers more realism and is now fully customizable to fit your playstyle. Manage fatigue strategically and save your favorite playmakers for key moments with dynamic substitutions that allow you to rotate players in and out on the fly, no pause screen needed. I feel that if executed correctly, I could have a lot of fun with the wear and tear system, but I didn't really care for it much in College Football 25. It was a cool new thing and I wanted to enjoy it, but it was just too much, especially with the wonky kind of substitutions system that the game had already, where when you're playing Road to Glory, it'll sub your player out for like an entire quarter at a time, even though you may not be fatigued or whatever. So I'm really hoping that the new system is pretty good, and I'm glad that EA has made some changes to it. The article also mentions foundational football advancements. Ooh, sounds fancy. College Football 26 foundational football gameplay starts with improved coverage to give you confidence in shutting down your opponent and improved blocking to reward players' left stick skills between the tackles. Feel the changes to our upgraded physics-based tackling system with new tackle types and enhancements to the hit stick. Experience greater control on both sides of the ball with the ability to call different stunts and twists to optimize your pass rush. A new custom zones feature to really dial in your coverage at the line of scrimmage, and several new abilities that we can't wait to talk about more in our gameplay deep dive later this summer. That was of course from the official article. Reading this made me super excited for the game because one of my main complaints about last year's game was the strange decisions the game's AI would make when it comes to blocking or coverages. I know it will never be perfect. AI will never be perfect, although some of the AI in real life is getting kind of scary, but I'm glad that those things have been tweaked, and I'm looking forward to see the improvements that they made with the AI when it comes to blocking or coverages. The game will also feature enhanced stadium pulse effects, which you could see in the reveal trailer. It seems like the camera is going to shake more intensely. I feel kind of meh about this. I don't necessarily care for the stadium pulse effects, but I get it. EA had to do something to simulate what it might feel like to play in a hostile environment. I'm just hoping they've dialed back a few of the effects to a certain extent, because not being able to audible for most of the game while in some places sucks. Like, I get in real life you may not be able to hear sometimes, maybe a change in the play call, because the stadium's so loud, but it shouldn't make my players essentially stupid. Like, it seemed like, most of the time I couldn't audible. It was like my receivers and running backs and O-line, all of a sudden they just became stupid. Like, they forgot for a moment that they were college football players. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't affect the players the whole game, because there were a few places it's just like, man, when will this crowd die out? When will this stop? Moving on to presentation. I had heard that Metallica's Enter Sandman song would be in this year's game, and EA delivered as revealed in the trailer and in the article. They've also added more school-specific chants, mascots, and music, which is good because I've seen so many people complain about the music in last year's game, in particular, listening to the same drumline cadences over and over and over again while in the menus. Although some of those cadences got me pretty hyped while playing the game, I'm not gonna lie. Well, it seems like EA has listened to the complaints. There will be marching band covers of popular songs and school fight songs that we can now listen to while making decisions in the menus. I've already seen videos about the improved broadcast and commentary. I've seen that Chris Fowler shared some stuff, Reese Davis has shared some stuff, and those things were also mentioned in the article. I'm just hoping that Chris Fowler sounds more dynamic in this year's game. But the biggest piece of information I pulled from the article is Trophy Room is back, baby. And in the article, EA says that we heard your feedback, and thanks to you, Trophy Room is back. Now is your chance to show off to your friends and rivals how successful you really are. There will be multiple ways for you to earn different kinds of trophies. You can coach and manage your program in Dynasty, so there's going to be Dynasty trophies, obviously. Focus on your journey as a college football legend in Road to Glory, so you get trophies from Road to Glory. Dominate online in the Road to the College Football Playoffs, so there you go, trophies from that. And compete in classic rivalry games and play now. So I guess if you win those, you'll get trophies for that. So that's really cool that they brought back Trophy Room. I know a lot of people were hoping for that, and then, they went out and did it. So EA seems to, y'all, and I never thought I would say this in a million years, EA really seems like they are listening to fans when it comes to the college football games, and I hope they continue to do that with the future iterations of this series. For game modes, crossplay will be available in College Football 26 for online dynasties, which I know is a huge deal for a lot of people, and players will have the option to be able to turn this feature on or off. I think it starts on by default. So that's really cool. So if you're playing on Xbox, you'll get to play with people on PlayStation. Still no word on PC for the game, and I don't think they'll ever put the game on PC. Sorry, you PC players. You'll just have to play it on console, and I think that has to do with, modding and stuff, and with all the NIL stuff, I don't think they'll ever release the game on PC. Road to Glory, which is the mode I play the most. We will have the return of beginning our journey in high school. You can even see a glimpse of what looks like a high school stadium in the revealed trailer. In the article, they talk about including a hat ceremony for when selecting your college, which is very cool. You will also be able to commit early to schools or decommit if you receive a better opportunity down the road. I don't think that was ever in any of the older NCAA games, so that's a really cool feature. I think that adds a realistic touch to Road to Glory. And of course, after you finish your college career, you will be able to carry over your athlete to Madden 26. The one downside to reading the Road to Glory section of the article is that there is no mention of more playable positions, which is something I was really hoping for. But just because it is not in the article doesn't mean that it is not in the game. But I feel that if EA really did add more playable positions to Road to Glory, that would have definitely been mentioned in the article. But sadly, it wasn't. So we're probably not going to get more playable positions. We'll probably still have the same 5 positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, cornerback, and middle linebacker. I was really hoping to play safety in this new game. There was also some information about Ultimate Team and Road to the College Football Playoff if you're interested. I don't play those game modes, so I didn't really read those sections. But the last thing I want to talk about is Teambuilder. Teambuilder is coming back for College Football 26. Players will be able to import their Teambuilder teams from last year's game, which is good because some people made some fire uniforms and some off-the-wall crazy cool teams. So I'm glad that you're able to import your Teambuilder teams from last game, so you don't have to necessarily start fresh with trying to recreate those teams. There will also be new features in this year's Team Builder, like being able to edit rosters more so apparently. I know a lot of people were complaining about that with last year's game, about not being able to do certain things with the rosters either online or when you downloaded the Team Builder team. So it seems like they've made a few changes to that. They were kind of vague with that information in the article though, so I don't know how much they've changed when it comes to being able to edit those Team Builder rosters. And that's mostly what I've gathered from the Campus Huddle article. More information will be revealed, of course, in deep dives that are coming soon as teased by the article. Some of the deep dives will be articles like this one, and of course, some of the deep dives will be videos like the reveal trailer. So hit that like button if you like this video. More College Football 26 information, whatever, videos, whatever. I'm so excited. Coming for you guys in the near future. Drop me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about the Campus Huddle article. Are you excited for the information that they included? Are you looking forward to some of the changes that EA made? Drop me a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're new around here, check out all of my content. In addition to College Football 26 videos, I do other sports games, let's plays, tutorials. I do indie horror game let's plays. So if you're digging the content on my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you don't miss any College Football 26 news from your boy Azkhalon. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys in another video, whatever video that may be. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You could have been anywhere in the world reading through that entire article yourself, but I got you with the highlights. But you chose to spend some time with your boy Azkhalon, and I greatly appreciate it. Y'all take care. Peace.